Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope course 201 paper was quite easy for you all, and with the best wishes for tomorrow, let us start with course 202 knowledge and curriculum and language across the curriculum. Without wasting any time, let us see a quick summary and let us revise point wise so that again for the next paper for the course 202 you will be confident. And also I have provided the link for the mock test in the description box. So after watching this video without skipping any part of the video, I request you all to please give the mock test and let me know your scores in the comment section. So let us start. What is data? Data is a prerequisite for information, and information is a prerequisite for knowledge. So we will see the full form of DIKSW. D stands for data, I stands for information, K stands for knowledge, S stands for skill, W stands for wisdom. And what is data here? Data is raw information. The types of data are quantitative and qualitative. Example of data is surveys. The most established and most famous paradigm about knowledge is power. Knowledge is nothing but familiarity, awareness, or understanding of someone or something. It is theoretical or practical knowledge of a subject. Let us see next point. Types of knowledge. Knowledge can be social, physical, procedural, conceptual, tacit, or explicit. Social knowledge is the knowledge which is taught or told or transmitted by someone. Physical knowledge is knowledge acquired by exploring physical world. It forms the basis for logical mathematical thinking. Procedural knowledge is the knowledge which is needed to accomplish any task. Conceptual knowledge is based on the concepts that drive factual pieces of information. Tacit knowledge is very personal knowledge and it is stored in the heads of people. It is acquired through study and experiences. Explicit knowledge is codified knowledge which is stored in the documents, websites, emails, blogs, etc. What is information? Information is answers to questions that begins with who, what, when, and how many. What are the characteristics of good information? Good information should be valid, reliable, timely, fit for purpose, accessible, cost effective, sufficiently accurate, relevant, understandable by the user. So I hope you are clear about this now. Let us see next point. What is skill? The learned ability to carry out a task within a given amount of time, energy, or both is called a skill. There are four types of skills: life skills, people skills, soft skills, and hard skills. Life skills are problem solving behaviors. People skills is the ability to communicate effectively with people. Soft skills are usually related to EQ, which is emotional quotient. It is related to personality traits, language, or habits. Hard skills includes a skill related to specific task or the situation. Wisdom is the ability to judge which aspects of knowledge are true, right, and lasting and applicable to your life. So, the traditional knowledge pyramid was given by Russell Ackoff. According to him, data, information, knowledge, and understanding, these elements are related to the past, whereas the wisdom is related to the future. Now I hope you are clear about this. Moving towards next point. Sources of knowledge can be perception, reason, introspection, memory, testimony, and intuition. Perception means experience of senses. It can be the light sense, touch, smell, etc. If we say experience is a primary source of knowledge, then it is called as empiricism. If we say reason is a primary source of knowledge, we call it as rationalism. Introspection is nothing but knowledge of one's self. Memory, you can understand what is memory. Testimony is a knowledge which relies on others to communicate to us. Intuition is a spiritual experience. So you decide through the spiritual experience. Learning through discovery was introduced by Jerome Bruner. I am sorry for my grammar. Types of learning through activity can be project method and learning through play. So learning through play can be games like question games, word games, etc. Learning through discovery, which was introduced by Jerome Bruner, is a method of inquiry based instruction. So let us move towards our next point. Principles of learning through discovery, or it is also called discovery learning model, consist of 5 principles. These are problem solving, learner management, integrating and connecting, information analysis and interpretation, failure and feedback. So please remember the sequence of principles as well, because there is some good sequence followed here. Next is types of learning through discovery. It can be PBL or SBL. PBL means problem based learning and SBL means simulation based learning. PBL has 6 steps or stages. First is to identify outcomes. Second is to design the scenario. Third is to introduce the PBL or introduce the problem based learning. Then research, and then comes the product performance, and then comes the assessment. SBL, what happens in SBL? Students are given artificial environment that allows for the opportunity to develop and also some complex skills which are required to analyze the artificial environment. So let us quickly move towards our next point. Learning through dialogue, there are 2 types: discussion method and drama method. Both are student centered. Next is word curriculum, which is came from Latin word for race course. What is curriculum? Curriculum can be experience, it is means or tools or environment, or we can say it involves all activities. The types of curriculum are recommended curriculum, written curriculum, taught curriculum, supported curriculum, assessed curriculum, learned curriculum, and hidden curriculum. So what happens in recommended? It is implemented by Department of Education. Written is nothing but lesson plan or syllabus given by teacher. Taught curriculum is the implementation of written curriculum. Supported curriculum includes textbooks, blogs, Wikipedias, playground, zoos, museums. Assessed curriculum means we take quiz, midterm exams or final exams of students. Learned curriculum is a curriculum learned by the students. Hidden curriculum are usually unplanned or unintended. Let us see the next point. The steps of curriculum development. First step, diagnosing needs. Second, formulating specific objectives. Third, selecting the content, which includes selection of topics or ideas. Fourth is organizing the content, and they can be organized from simple to complex, concrete to abstract, known to unknown, immediate to remote, or easy to difficult. Fifth and sixth steps are selecting and organizing learning experiences. So there are 6 steps of curriculum development, and the sequence is also important here. Next point, principle of utility is most important principle underlying the formation of a curriculum. This is given by T.P. Nunn. What is textbook? Textbook is a course book or manual of instruction in any branch of this study. And the next point is who chaired the National Steering Committee for the process of development of NCF in 2004. It is nothing but Professor Yashpal and 24 national focus groups. Let us see the next point. Transaction of curriculum is done at the initial stage of introduction of new courses at social and higher stage levels. Next is the full form of CAP is Central Advisory Board on Education. The body which approved NCF in September 2005 is Central Advisory Board on Education. There are 6 guiding principles of NCF 2005, and this is very important. So first is connecting knowledge to life outside the school. Second is ensuring that learning is shifted away from rote methods. Third is enriching curriculum so that it goes beyond textbook. Fourth is making examination more flexible and non-threatening. Fifth is discussing the aims of education. Sixth is building commitment to democratic values of equality, justice, secularism, and freedom. So let us see next point. Mutually interactive elements of TABA model of curriculum development. There are 5 interactive elements: objectives, content, learning experiences, teaching strategies, and evaluative measures. Next point is about constitutional values. Sovereignty stands for complete political freedom. Socialism means promotion of social change and the end of all forms of inequalities. Secularism means a country is not guided by any one religion or religion considerations. Democracy means people elect rulers of the country. Republic means total political equality. Justice stands for social, economic, and political justice. Liberty can be of thought, expression, belief. Equality is nothing but equality of status or opportunity. Fraternity stands for common brotherhood among the citizens of the country. Dignity is nothing but equal participation of every individual in governing activities. Unity and integrity of nation and international peace are related to nation only. So let us see our next point. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's famous slogan are educate, agitate, and organize. He also said about education that man becomes a rational animal when he is educated. Next is what given by Mahatma Gandhi. Education should develop the body, mind, and heart, is what he says. He also says that by education it means all round drawing of the best in child and man's body, mind, and spirit. He changed the 3R to 3H, which is heart, hand, and head. The word multiculturalism first appeared in Canada and Australia. Actually, it is not a word, it is word. Sorry for the mistake. Next point is number of languages identified are 18, which are also called official languages, and the number of basic scripts are 9 except Urdu and Sindhi. Language is nothing but method of communication or system of symbols or ability of acquiring and using complex system of communication. The study of language is called linguistics. Next point, characteristics of language are language is systematic, it is symbolic, it is social, it is complex, also it is ambiguous, but it is not self-reflexive. Next is the components of language, which is phonology, syntax, semantics, discourse. Phonology means combination of sounds. Syntax is nothing but grammar, and it determines the rules of positioning of elements in the sentence like noun, verbs, adverbs, etc. Semantics means analyzing the structure of meaning. The other word is vocabulary. Discourse is study of chunks of knowledge of language. Bullock's report listed 17 principal recommendations. Morphology is subset of syntax and sometimes under semantics. Pragmatics is nothing but hidden curriculum or understanding of social use of language. Vocabulary can be active or passive. Active means frequently used and passive is not frequently used. Let us see the types of multilingualism, and the types are ambilingualism, which means a person has native like command in all the languages he know. Equilingualism means he has equal degree of competence in the languages he is using. Natural bilingualism means he is acquiring more than one language naturally at home, and it generally occurs in childhood. Artificial bilingualism means acquiring more than one language, but through artificial mode, means any classroom setting, or it is also called effective multilingualism, and it can happen in childhood or adulthood. Individual multilingualism means the ability to have competence in two or more languages. Social multilingualism means linguistic diversity present in society. Horizontal Multilingualism means living in geographical spaces and having monolingualism. Vertical multilingualism means having different ethnicity or direct contact with others. Receptive multilingualism means constellation of language and using respective mother tongue to communicate with the people. So in this way we have almost covered all the units, but we have tried to cover because the syllabus is vast. So I request you all to watch all the videos of my playlist link. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I request you all to please give the mock test and let me know your scores in the comment section. Again, I am wishing you all a very best for the coming paper, and I will see you all soon in the next video. Till then, keep studying, be focused, be confident. Do take care of yourself. Bye bye.